Okay, everybody. So as you can see here, I have a little selection here of some Apple stuff that I acquired for free. That's right, for free. And I have more stuff to show at my brother's place. I'll be heading over there in just a few minutes. But I thought maybe I'd show you, what I had. Just little things that interested me, and the majority of the stuff my brother wanted. So more stuff's going to be over there, and I'll show what I can. I can't show every single thing, but I'll show you what I got. Just to start, the way this worked out was there's a place over in Massachusetts. I think just maybe roughly 15 minutes from Boston. These people were trying to sell their house. And there was a person in the family who had unfortunately passed, and they were trying to, have this Apple stuff go, and they just wanted it to go really. So they literally gave it away for free. My brother and my dad and I actually got there pretty early, and it's a good thing we got there when we did, because I'd say maybe about 5 minutes when we started getting stuff, everyone started coming into the house and trying to get stuff. You know what I'm saying? So basically, the house. Did I say it? I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I forget. The house was being sold. I forgot if I said that already. But so basically, I got a few things that caught my eye, and my brother collected a lot more stuff that caught his eye, which you'll see shortly. So let's go ahead and show you what I got here. So just to show quickly before I go over it, we have a little keychain piece there, a pin of original iMacs, a owner's manual, power supply, keyboard. This is the non-Apple device, this composite video cable I found, and this Miniscribe hard drive right here. Alright, so as I was looking around, I was kind of thinking like, okay, well, there could be something here I might like. Let me see what we got. So the first thing I saw was this. This obviously is a pin for when the original iMac first came out, either in 98 or 99, one of those years. And I always liked how they designed let me say this again. Design the color spectrum of these iMacs. You know what I'm saying? So it says Yum on there. I think it's because they had food names. I think it was blueberry, grape, orange, lime, and strawberry, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the name. But you know what? If it's anything different, I'll put some text in the video for you. And when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I remember when this came out. And it was kind of for like nostalgic purposes. So I thought like, why not? Hey, maybe take this with me and have a little something to keep. Now, when I first saw this keychain piece right here, on this side is the Mac OS smiley face, which has changed since 10 point something, I don't know. Again, text in the video and you'll know. And I like that I saw it had the older design, and I was like, oh, that's nice. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then what I saw on the opposite side was really what caught my interest. The original Apple logo. I've always liked that design, and I'm so happy to see that again. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, perfect. Definitely going to grab this while I can. And this right here is an owner's manual for an original Macintosh. One of the reasons why I wanted this manual is because, well, number one, I like reading owner's manuals. And number two, this owner's manual was, written at a time when the personal computer was a pretty new thing, at least with the GUI interface. And, when you read this owner's manual, it just shows, like, how they're trying to describe every single detail for you because, compared to these days, the personal computer, again, was a new thing. So a lot less people understood about how it worked and everything. So this is a very fun thing to read. I got this power supply because I thought maybe Jay would have some use for it. As of right now, I don't know if he does. I don't see any power switch on here, but I think it's because this power supply was triggered on and off electronically, meaning you would, you hit a key on the keyboard and it would come on, and then you go to shut down, it would electronically turn off. So, I mean, if the power supply doesn't have anything useful, I mean, if anything, I'm sure this cooling fan probably still works okay, and we can always take that apart and hold on to it if need be. So that could be good. Now, this keyboard here was with the G3 iMac. I believe that's the last. It was the iMac with the graphite color display, like how these have these colors. A later one came out that was graphite, or if you want to be simpler, gray. and that's what this keyboard came from. I always liked this keyboard because, you know, it has the black translucent keys, which I always thought were really cool to have. And, you know, another reason why I like these keyboards too is because if there's anything I don't like from Apple these days, it's the new keyboards and the new mice. I don't like those at all, especially when those flimsy like keyboards came out in, oh god, what was it? 2009, 2010, one of those years. Yeah, and I'm just like, no, I'm sticking with regular keyboards because, as you know, my iMac right here uses the iMac G5 keyboard and a Kensington mouse. So I mean, obviously you can tell there's some older stuff and also non-Apple stuff that I use. So you can see where there's some things I'm like, no, it's got to be older design. So yeah, I was always a big fan of this keyboard with the black keys, and I'm so glad to have one now. It does work fine. I did test it. It's not too dirty. Just the keys are a little dusty, and there's like, you know, a little bit of stuff on the inside of the casing here. But I have cleaned a keyboard very similar to this one. It was for my iMac G4, which was basically a pretty similar design as this keyboard. The only difference was, that keyboard had white keys instead of black ones, and I like how this one just stands out more. I mean, in all honesty, this would probably go better with the Kensington mouse because, you know, it's black and gray, as you can see. But, you know, I figured to keep the G5 keyboard going. If it ever gives problems, I got one right here, so that's perfect. And over here is the little Miniscribe hard drive. Now, I found the hard drive like this. It's uncovered, and as you can see, there's stuff on the surface of the disk. So obviously, you know, this hard drive is junk. It's not going to read anything. But I am very curious to see if it will spin up. Now, I don't have any kind of connector for this, and I think Jay may have a connector for it. He says he's not sure, but if he does, that would be cool because I'd love to see if this will spin up. And it has the old motor-driven read-write head, as you can see, which is actually called a stepper motor. Jay, thanks for that information. And you can see when I move the read-write head forward, you can see how that thing spins, and if you move it back, it goes like that. See, so it's pretty cool. Now, I think the read-write heads are touching the disk a little bit, so if we do get something to make it spin up, you know, I guess we'll see how that goes. So, but yeah, I always wanted like a little uncovered old hard drive with a motor-driven read-write head, and I got one. So, if it works, that's awesome. If not, oh well, it's still kind of cool to have. And I told you about the composite video cable because who knows if I'll ever need that for something. You know, I guess we'll find out. Okay, so now I'm going to head over to my brother's place, and from there, I will show you some more stuff that I can. And here we are, up in the attic of my brother's house. It's actually a few hours later from the last clip you just saw, but thankfully for you guys, it's mere seconds, and that's what matters. So I think he said the computer parts are, over... Yeah, there they are. Just gotta step over this vent ducting over here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. So, some of the stuff you got here, you can see is, here's some CRT screens, as you can see. I don't want to move any of them, but you can kind of see the front of that screen right here. Yeah, like here's the picture tubes and everything. He got, 1, 2, 3, looks like 4 of them, yeah. A couple of boards over here. And he has a couple of, logic boards here. I think these are logic boards and not, yeah, logic board. Oh, here. You can see a model right here. I think it's the power supply. Take a look at that. Yeah, you can see right here. Here's the power supply, cooling fan, power switch. No, this is the power switch, sorry. That's off right there, as you can see. I think that's basically what's inside this this box right here. Just more either logic boards or motherboards, he told me. It's kind of dark, sorry about that. Yeah, so that's in that box, and I think I don't know, anything else here? Let me see. No? Oh, a Holmes window fan. Okay. Wonder if you gotta use hot glue on there. Haha, reference. Let's see. No, I think this is just... here's a Mac Mini box, but we didn't get that from the thing. Alright, so I guess just the main thing in the attic here are these CRT screens and like a couple of motherboards and logic boards. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I think these are just about all the same, so I'm not really going to go through them and go crazy with it. But okay, now what I'll do is we'll go into the basement and I'll show you a lot more other stuff from down there. Alright, and here in the basement is the rest of the stuff that I can show you. So, I don't think he has anything around here. Let's see. I think he may have, it looks like he may have moved it. Okay. This was an Apple computer he set up for his kids, my nieces. So, they have a lot of fun with that. It has like a Dell monitor and everything. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we have, here's a bunch of discs that he got from the place. Now, it's funny. He actually didn't really look at any of these. He just saw a huge box of them, and he's like, took the whole thing. Mac OS X Tiger. Wow, look at that. That's amazing to see. Oh, Snow Leopard? Oh, man. This is 10.6. 10.6 was a good system for a while because it had a thing called Rosetta, which allowed a lot of older PowerPC applications to still run. But then once it went beyond that, compatibility went away, so that was kind of unfortunate. This was a good system for a while. Actually, my 2009 iMac started with this system. As a matter of fact, it stayed on that system until, oh god, 2014. I don't know. It was on there for a while. Bunch of floppy disks that you can see here. Yeah, HyperCard, things like that. As you can see. Macintosh Basics, wow. I'd love to know what that shows, just because of how new the personal computer was at the time. Wow, check this out. That's pretty cool. Power Cache. I don't know what this. What's that black one? Machine control installer. Yeah, I don't know what half these things do. But it's really cool to see these old things. I could just see a bunch of Gen Zers right now being like, "Hey, look, the save icon," right? But that's okay. What we got here? Oh wow, that looks like an original Macintosh system disk. That's pretty cool. Some Macintosh tips and tricks. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. This is a disk drive that he's working on currently. I'm trying to get it to move a little bit better when the ejector motor tries to eject the disk. Here's the top piece of it, as you can see. The read-write head. This is a Macintosh 2 FX. I will make a separate video on this. I don't know if it's going to be immediately after this one or sometime later, but at some point I will make a video of that. He's just doing a little more work on it, but at some point I will turn it on and show you some of it on this gateway monitor here. This kind of like reminds me of remember who was ever subscribed to me back in 2009. Remember the video I did on the Macintosh Performa? Man, that was a long time ago. It'd be kind of like something like that, I guess you could say. And over here are more. Turn these lights on. That's the fan. It's okay. There we go. More like logic boards, kind of like you saw up in the attic. Actually, it's a little bit brighter down here, so you can see them a little bit better. Power supply, on-off switch, cooling fan. Capacitors. Oh, here's a couple of floppy disk drives. A couple, I should say, several actually. I think he said these are in all good working order. So, and these are the larger one. It's 1.2 or 1.4 megabyte. Text in the video again. And then that's an 800K, I think he said, the 1-800K. 1-800K sounds like a phone number. Let's see. I don't think. Oh no, here's some other computers he got. A couple of boxes. I turned the camera sideways so you can read those. So like this whole thing was basically like Christmas times 3 for my brother, Oh, and check this out. A guided tour on a cassette tape. Now that is something else. As a matter of fact, here let's take the tape out. I think it's still in here. Yes, here it is. Check that out. That's some serious stuff. I know Spats Bear and Holly Badger like these cassette tape stuff, so that's pretty cool to see for sure. Really nice. get that back in there. Sorry. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. There we go. So yes, that's pretty cool to see. Book there. This is an overhead projector display. We didn't get this in Massachusetts. That came with something else. And let's see. So what are these things on the bottom here? I can move these. Oh, 205C, and the top one's unlabeled. Okay, so it must be something. On the back here, anything? No, not really. But you can see usual stuff. Okay, now check this out. This is pretty cool. Most keyboards have keypads, as you know, nowadays. But back when, check this out. The keypads were actually separate from the keyboard. You see that? Here's the main keyboard, and here's the keypad that you got separately. You know? Pretty cool stuff. Different times back then, for sure. And let's see. Where did I put that bottle here? That's just a power cord. And basically more discs here, like a Power Mac G4, just upside down. A couple of disk drives over here. These might be 400K, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they are. Oh, but this is just the casing itself. The drive itself isn't in here, so, but he still got those. And some more keyboards. I think he's probably going to sell most of these keyboards. Old one-button mouse. And, you know, keyboard connectors. The old, like they had the old phone wire connectors back then. And more motherboards. Maybe I can take a look at one. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Probably see if they work and stuff like that. And, oh yeah, I guess as a final thing, I'll turn the camera sideways again so you can read those. Yeah, he loved seeing this stuff. He was like so happy about it. Macintosh printer secrets. Wow. And okay, there you go. And that's basically everything, guys. Just to give you like a little bit of a back view. Yeah, look at that. Look at all this stuff that he got from Massachusetts with that stuff they were giving away. So you can see just how much stuff he wanted, and it's a good thing he has a Toyota Tacoma, so we were able to easily get all that stuff in there, you know? Yep, so that's basically everything. So, yeah, so here's all the stuff, and that you saw the stuff I got that was in my room, and yeah, we're happy with it, you know? He's really happy with all this stuff, let me tell you. And at some point, I will certainly try to get a video of this computer for you on that monitor, okay? So there's all the stuff, and you can really see just how much he enjoyed getting all that stuff for free. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.